Welcome back to IntyCenter, everybody, and your whip around Fadooz. And we're going to jump right into it this week because we needed extra innings to get a winner between the Throws and the Gales in their opener. Northern Shores had an 8-3 lead. They took that lead into the ninth inning, but a mule subtle double and a walk to the pinch hitting Frank Howard with those glasses chased Dutch Leonard. Shane Bieber relieved and struck out Babe Ruth, but he walked the pinch hitting Buck Leonard to load the bases. Singles from Albert Bell and Frank Baker scored a pair of runs. And a walk to Archie Vaughn with the bases loaded scored another. A Cap Anson ground out gave Bieber a chance to escape the inning, but John Olerud singled to score a pair and tie the game. We go to the 11th, and Olerud RBI single and a Suttles two-run triple put Game of Throws on top 11-8. The Shores load the bases with one out, but Emmanuel Clase would get flyouts from Ron Santo and Victor Martinez. Somewhere Sean's pumping his fist at Clase retiring Santo. And they escape with a highly dramatic win for the Kings of the North. And yet another what-if game for the Gales. A two-run homer by Bag and a Half put the D-Bags up 2-0 in the fifth, but a three-run homer from Willie Mays in the bottom of the sixth put Stone Temple Seattle Pilots on top 3-2. That's all there was for runs in the game. And since the Pilots' one swing was worth more, they get the win. Steve Carlton was fantastic against Sithy. He gave up just 2 runs on a 2-run homer by Mike Trout on 6 hits. But Smokey Joe Wood was just a little bit better. He tossed a complete game shutout on 6 hits. Sithy take that opener against Let's Play 2, 2-0. Amos Rusi and Bill Foster had each given up a run as we entered the ninth inning. A 2-out RBI single from the pinch-hitting Scott Rowland gave the Bandwagoners a 2-1 lead. A couple of singles from Lou Boudreau and George Brett gave the family Madrigal runners on the corners with 1 out, but Rusi got DJ LeMahieu to hit into a game-ending 6-4-3 double play, and that seals the game for the Bandwagoners. Now we can sum up the second Demonbags Pilots game in 2 words. Pedro Martinez. Pedro was Pedro, tossing a 3-hit shutout, striking out 7. Sandy Koufax take the loss. He gives up 2 runs, 4 hits, and loses because Demonbags. Now a 2-out RBI single from Albert Pujols tied the final game of the Enhancer Zodiac Guardian series at 5, and we'd end up going to extra innings in this one. In the 10th, Robin Yount would get a leadoff single, and Carl Yastrzemski and Honus Wagner would walk to load the bases with nobody out. Todd Helton would hit a fly ball to left field, but not deep enough to score anyone. Mike Piazza, though, he would hit a fly ball to left field that was deep enough to score Yount. And with that, the Enhancers would take the game 6-5. Jose Altuve and Albert Pujols had a day as the Zodiac Guardians got off to a great start in their series opener against the Pilots. Altuve went 4 for 4 and had a homer and 3 ribbies. Pujols goes 4 for 5 with a homer and 5 ribbies. It added up for a short day for the big unit as Stone Temple Seattle Pilot starter Randy Johnson gets chased after 4 innings of work. He gives up 6 runs on 8 hits. Hey, Grasshopper Jim Whitney made sure his great start didn't go down in vain. He tosses a complete game shutout, giving up just 4 hits and striking out 5. Bag and a Half hits a 2-run homer to back him, and the D-Bags win that one 4-0. Dazzy Vance, he tossed a 2-hit shutout, and Rico Cardi drove in all the runs with a pair of doubles. A shack of their own tops the family Madrigal 3-0. Charlie Blackwell hit a 3-run homer in the top of the 9th to break a 3-3 tie, and Amazing's top Sithy 6-3. Bob Feller and Mike Mussina were pitch to pitch in that one up until the homer from Blackwell. Dutch Leonard was on, and Johan Santana was not in the finale between Enhancers and Gales. Leonard tossed a complete game 3-hit shutout. Santana couldn't escape the 3rd inning, giving up 8 runs on 9 hits and 2 1/3. A 3-run homer by Hall of Famer Rod Carew, he converted in the 2nd, and a 3-run homer from Ron Santo. Those are the big blast, and they helped knock out Santana and send him to the showers early. And we're going to end IntyCenter on a happy note. We pick on the Demonbags a lot for their lack of offense. They don't show up very often, but in their finale, they did show up to beat the shit out of racist and horrible human being Kurt Schilling. Schilling exits the game after giving up 6 runs on just 4 hits. He walked 4, gave up a homer. He lasts just 2 1/3 innings of work. Willie Wells homers, Al Rosen and Joe Torre each drove in a pair, and the Demonbags beat the Bandwagoners 7-5. That's going to do it this week for IntyCenter. We'll catch you next time for another whip around. Fadeuce.